Hello and welcome back to Classic Restoration with me, Mini Tom. So tonight's episode is going to be a quick one. It's bloody cold, it's 9 o'clock and I'm sure it's colder in here than it is outside. Anyway, tonight I can't make much noise, it's quite late, it's 9 o'clock. I'm basically going to make a tool to use on the Mini in an upcoming episode. That job is one that I've been putting off for a while. It's something that I've needed to do for a while, but it's like anything, you just, put it back at mind a little bit. Anyway, I'm not going to tell you what the tool is, or what it does, or what the job is. I'm going to leave you to guess throughout the episode, and hopefully by the end of it you'll know. If you don't, then stay tuned and I'll tell you. This tool is nothing amazing, it's pretty basic to be fair. You can buy them very cheap, and they'll probably do a better job than what I'm going to make to be fair, but it's something that's kind of bugged me for a few years now. So when I was at college, I did 2 years of motor mechanic college. Whenever you start, you sort of make a tool or you do something, and I made a couple of tools that I'm quite fond of, because obviously you spend a lot of time crafting it just because there's nothing else to do. One of them was this, so that is a brake hose clamp. Now I made that, it's getting a bit rusty now, but I still use it all the time. Brake hose clamp, fuel hose clamp, and all you do is just wind it in. But I probably spent about a day, maybe 2 days making that, draw filing it, sanding it, polishing it, machining it and all that sort of stuff. So I love that tool, and it's even got my name at the bottom, which was a bit wonky when I did it until I was new into it. So it's basically I got to keep that one, but this one I've no idea where it went. I made it, I gave it to my assessor, and it just went. I never got to see it again. So I've wanted to make one again for some time now. I have all the materials, I have the tools to do it with, which is very basic. So if you've got anything like this yourself, have a go. So I'm going to do a bit of a gentleman's motor racing team thing and just slam some bits of things on the desk, and let's see what we make. So this is a top tip for you. So what I learned when I was at college, which was quite useful, that's becoming useful actually as well. So I want to put a radius on this. Now the normal thing that you'd go and do is you'd start doing that all the way around it. It's the wrong way. If you actually start at that part there and sort of do that with your file, it's kind of counterintuitive. If you do that with your file, rock it as you're pushing down the other way to what you want, you actually get the radius. So let's see if it works. sake. An hour and a half I have just spent making that tool, and some prick who had the car before me has screwed the actual panel on. Didn't know that until just now. I never looked at it, you see. Didn't need to look at it. I just thought, oh, it'll be on clips. My old one was. There should be. We'll make a tool. But not to fear, because this will come in handy for many other things. Normally what you do with a trim tool, if you don't have this tool, is you get your little flat blade screwdrivers and you pop it off, and then you crackle the clip and you think, oh, I haven't got that clip. I know, I don't need that one, and then the door panel's loose. Or you have to go to eBay or whatever you get, and you get a new trim clip, but of course it delays your job. So you use a proper tool like this, pop it off. You can buy these in places like Halfords and eBay and Amazon and everywhere, to be fair. They're very cheap. You get plastic ones which don't damage things, but I made one of these in college, and it wasn't as nice as this one's not as nice as one I made in college, believe me. And it was all nicely draw filed, and everything was bang on. It had to be to pass the inspection, as daft as it sounds, but it was just giving you some mechanical skills. But I've done my best with it in the time that I've had, and obviously no one's testing it, just me, and I'm happy with it. I've draw filed it, which you can see is like, it leaves a nice flat finish as a draw file. That's why you do it. Obviously if you're going to go across it like that, you're going to get all sorts of different ridges and burrs, so you draw file it nice and flat, and you get a nice lovely crisp flat finish, and you see the sort of the valleys, and obviously once all them valleys are gone, it's done. Now if I had a stamper, I'd stamp my name on the back of it, but I don't, so hopefully it don't go missing. But that's it. So I know it's been a bit of a weird episode for some of you. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and just seen me doing something. And if you haven't seen one of them before being made, then well, you have now. And you know what? What is it? It's a piece of 30mm by about 4.5, 5mm. So I'll probably draw file some off. About 5mm. So 30mm by 5mm steel. I got this from Homebase when the one near me was closing down. I've had it for ages, just lying around going rusty. So I made something useful out of it. So it's cost nothing apart from a bit of time. And like I said to you, I can't start grinding and cutting at this time of night anyway. It's not very fair to the neighbours. So that leads me nicely on to the next few episodes. Down here, I've had 2 door skins sat in a box since last Christmas, ready to go on the car, but I've just never really got around to doing it. And plus I've been a bit put off by it as well, to be fair. But the next episode I'm going to get that door off, and we're going to get the door skin off and see what we're working with now. I think both of the frames are shot underneath, the passenger side more so than the driver's side, which is odd because that's been replaced by a different colour door. But anyway, we'll have a look at it, and we'll sort of do the doors from there. Now, it's the first time I've done them. I'll be learning just as I go along, just like I'm sure some of you will, and some of you will be shouting at the screen saying, "Tom, stop it, you idiot, don't do it like that." And I'll be like, "No, I'm sorry, but first time doing it, you've got to learn." So we're going to have a go at that. But that's why I made that, to get the door cards off. Now the passenger side might have clips, but I would have thought that side would as well, so I'm a bit annoyed. These do work brilliantly. So all I'm going to do now, I'm going to splash some paint on it. I know I've taken my time draw filing it and stuff, but I'm going to splash some paint on it. I don't want it going rusty, like my brake clamp tool did. Again, that was nicely draw filed. It was all wet and dry sanding and stuff. Oh, so much effort into these things here. So much effort when I first started at college. But I mean, that still works brilliantly. Better than anything you can buy on the shelf. And the plus is it's so small, you can get it into the place where you can't get the pliers. So I love that tool. I don't even have the clamp type ones. I don't have them. I just use that. And that, you know what, I could have probably used some screwdrivers. But where's the fun in that? So join me on the next episode where we will be doing the doors. Hope you enjoyed. See you later.